This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I got Hamid Yaz for the part 2. Many of part 2s that I've done. Hey, man, how's life?
Man, we trying to get it every day, dog. Trying to stay afloat.
We used to run into each other a lot at the gym. I ain't seen you there in a minute.
Hey, I'm still there. You ain't there, dog.
I think we just missed each other. I've been there, although I've been doing a lot of out. I do half in, half out.
Yeah.
I've been kind of like piggybacking over that, though. We're kind of thinking, man, them gyms closed down because there was one just right near the studio.
Nope.
It was so easy for me. Yeah,
15
man.
minutes
and then there was
away.
a 24-hour fitness that was across the way that they shut down. These gyms,
hold on,
like
the one again. Which one are you talking about? Yeah.
And they're like,
I didn't know they shut down though.
Yeah, they shut down. They said all of the stuff has went up like probably 20,000 a month. I've talked to some people because I was like, man, why is all these shutting down? And Austin's a fit city for the most part. I see a lot of people running, so that's
the property owners are taking advantage.
That's 20,000.
That's the same reason the old gym shut down, because they went up like 30 racks on the rent a month, and they're like, they knew they wouldn't be able to pay it, so they just said, well, we out. That way they can move somebody else in, corporate or
That hurts us though, man. It's like, dang, man, the convenience is just like driven down so much.
People with the money don't care, dog. They just want their bread. When they see property rates and everything going up, they're like, hey, we want our piece of the pie.
Oh, hell yeah. And especially right now in Austin, like everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, and there's not enough. All the pie is gone.
The pie is gone. And then the people that are getting in, they're kind of screwing themselves, because what's happening is a house, let's say, 3 years ago, that was, let's say, $210,000, is now selling, not going for, but selling for $600,000 or $650,000 with the interest rate of 7 or 8% when it was just 3.25% or 4%. So they're overpaying now, and they think they're happy because they got in, but when it all goes back down, they're going to be kicking themselves in the ass.
Yeah, man. And that's just the people that bought it like way before this happened and just got lucky or saw hindsight. Like, I'm going to buy this. And now I'm going to sell this bitch out. And they're like, or renting it or whatever.
The in and out money.
Yeah, basically.
What are your thoughts? Are you trying to buy out here, or what's your next move?
I've been seeing you like posts or like making fun of it. You like, and you like 300,000. You like, now I got to get $300,000. Now I got this.
To be honest with you, man, if you just like moving around, don't get a house. Now, if you want to do it as an investment, maybe for your kids or rent it out or Airbnb, whatever it is, of course. But like we were just saying right now, is there's no more pie left. Go look at your average real estate. Put it like this. 90% of Austin real estate agents aren't making no money because the houses are gone. So what's happening is you only got those top tier people. And I actually talked to one. I talked
to a Lyft driver that said the same thing you're saying.
So what's happening is, just real quickly on houses, this is even let's say when it first started taking off about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago, when everything started going up. I had a dude, well-known dude on the south side, said, bro, I can't sell any houses right now. I said, why not? He said, my clientele was the $200,000 to $300,000 buyer. Facebook, real estate agent, whatever, right? Making money. He said, the problem now is I've already been outpriced. Now it's $400,000, $500,000 a clientele. He said, my name is not known in those circles. I said, because you've been building your name in Austin, Texas, when all the money's coming from outside of the city, from whether it's LA, Cali, New York, Florida. People aren't really moving from Florida to Texas because, it's more conservative over there. So they kind of stay over there.
There's a little spurts, but it's it's more Cali.
It's more Cali and more New York.
Cali first. They were like,
because of state taxes and so on, right? So what happens is when you've got out-of-state people that sold their house over there for $1.3 million, and depending on how much was vested in it and so on, they're showing up to Texas with $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 cash. They're looking for those $500,000, $700,000 real estate agents, or the people that were already in that next level of agents, I guess you could say. They were already marketing themselves in a different market. So when they're running Facebook or Instagram ads in Cali, you looking to move to Austin, Texas, I'm the number one agent. And who's the first person you're going to think of if you're moving to Austin? You think of the one that ran the Facebook ad, and you can do it by target marketing and, and that kind of marketing out there. So that's why the local Austin agent wasn't making no money, because they weren't doing their marketing in the right market to begin with. It's crazy how it works, but it was the truth.
Oh yeah.
And now even worse. Even worse.
It's at a ridiculous rate. They
Yep.
said like outside of LA and just really California, outside of that, they say Austin is up there with some of the other places, if not probably one of the most expensive. Just when you look at the market, you like, God, dog, just because. And look at the traffic and just the congestion. Dude, you go get something to eat, you're waiting forever. Anyway.
Yeah. Drive through or whatever. It doesn't matter where you go. And
congestion. But hey, on to the next topic.
talk to me.
We're talking about. I want to kind of continue on just to kind of figure it out, or because I mean I think it's super important, especially to what we do. We're thinking like Austin has the talent and everything to be the next, city, but the reality is we don't have the money, the backers to help blow artists.
Or the education, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Tell us why now.
Okay, peep this. One of my favorite business books of all time, because music is mainly business. Okay, what do they say? 80-90% business, 10% or whatever talent, right?
Talent comes in handy.
I mean, yeah. You got to have talent, but also you can be a shit rapper and you can blow up and go viral and make
off
money.
Of the business.
Have your 15 minutes of fame. Look at these fools.
Island Boys.
Look at Milli Vanilli, dog. Milli Vanilli's the main.
That was different though, because they had a marketing. I mean, they were.
But they didn't even sing.
They were dancing though.
No, they would dance, but they didn't even sing. So that was just the craziest thing.
But good example. You look at the Island Boys, right? Two scrawny ass dudes that weigh 200 pounds combined. The Island Boys, right? But here's the thing. So one of my favorite business books is the E-Myth Revisited. Okay, have y'all ever read it? Mm-mm. Okay, it breaks it down like this. The main thing of the book is why most small businesses fail. And I'm going to relate it to whether it's rap or country or whatever, but the music scene, because it all works in tandem together. So you've got the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur. Okay, so stop and think about this. Let's just say I'm a dope ass MC, right? And I'm from Austin, Texas, North Side, 5'3", wherever it is, right? Dope ass MC. I'm really good at writing the raps. I blow people away. But who's my manager?
That's what I said.
Okay, who is my handler, my manager that's getting me the gigs, that's getting me the interviews, that's getting me connected? Who's doing my PR? Who's running my Facebook? Who's XYZ? Okay, typically your average Austin rapper got their homeboy.
Yep. They don't even have that. But if they do, they'll have that. But
if they do,
not gonna be consistent.
Yeah, if they do, it's typically just the homeboy. I don't know if you know this. ESG didn't have a manager for a long time. Okay, Rocky's been managing ESG. I mean, shout out to him. He's going through his cancer and everything. He's going through his thing.
Prayers up.
Yeah, but Rocky started managing ESG not too long ago. Before that, he told me directly. He's like, dog. He goes, "It's the first time I had a manager in like a long time." He would handle the calls or the DMs himself. Okay, but he also was already known. Do you see what I'm saying? So, good, legendary cat. But the average Austin dude or female that raps or whatever, they don't have a manager or a knowledgeable manager. The next thing is the entrepreneur. Okay, who do they have on their team that is the marketer that says, yo, we're going to have a TikTok game plan. We're going to have an Instagram game plan. We're going to have a boom, 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 boom. So what's happening is your average Austin, or really any city, but we're in Austin, so we're talking about Austin. Your average local rapper, they're the technician, and they're just putting a bunch of shit on the internet and hoping something takes off. You see what I'm saying? There's not really much of a game plan.
No, that's what I'd be saying. The rollouts are like
you're just
really
winging it, and you're like, "Yo, we're gonna have this. This is my single of what?
No, exactly. Like, what's the next step? Like, that's what I've even asked. That's even one question I've asked a lot of artists, like the lack of labels that are out here, because even all the big markets that are now Atlanta, LA, or California in general, New York. Maybe a couple. I'd probably say Nashville. They're the mecca of country music, so I can't disrespect that. But they all got labels.
But even how much it costs to start a label?
Oh, it's a lot. But I'm just saying.
No. You can start a label with $30. Well, you just need a DBA.
Well, minimum. That's true. But no. But I there's a lot.
You mean a label with money behind it?
Well, yeah.
A label with money behind it. Two different things.
I'm sorry. When I say labels, no disrespect. That's what I say. Like where they have some backing, where they have some connects, where they can go. I know this guy at this place, or I know I got this station. I have ends here. I have ends there. We can make this thing, you have a connect system going on to where you know the exact rollout every time.
Yeah.
You know what to do. There's just not that out here, and I think that goes hand in hand with just the rollout system.
But
You don't
I
see
mean,
a
what
lot of
about the
people.
artists who are like the Johnny Jukeboxes, the Mama Dukes? You know, there are artists who, everything Mama Duke's doing. You follow Mama Duke?
I know who she is because I think
doing
Yellow
their
Stud
thing.
has talked about, or I think she was actually managing her, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, Yellow
but I
Stud,
know
the
she's
homegirl
doing.
Lauren,
She's
yeah,
performing
Lolo.
at ACL. She just got the cover of Austin Chronicle. She's doing like a lot of ad campaigns that's like around the world. Like tap into her. She's doing a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And even her, like.
She from Austin though,
yeah,
right?
and-
Yeah, I think Lolo was managing her or doing her flyers, one of the two.
I guess
and
how many-
Katie Rain.
how many
Even
does
look at Mobley. You know everything. There's like so many artists who got that kind of thing going on, but just know. I don't know if it's the.
Ask him
How
who's
many
on their
does it
team.
need to be at the same time? I guess is the question. Even if it's 15, that might not be enough. How many? When you go back to the Atlanta early, I hate to always bring up, but I watched Atlanta. Like I didn't get to watch New York do the Mecca. I didn't get to watch that.
Yeah.
I watched Atlanta grow.
Yeah.
When you saw Atlanta do that, how many people did you see just come out the woodworks one after the other? Jermaine Dupri started it.
Yeah.
Then you had these other people that laid the groundwork, which we've had that in Austin. But
But
I
you-
guess
but
just
you
not
know
on the
why they
level of
came-
Jermaine Dupri. Then it just after that, T.I. Ludacris, it just started going crazy.
But do you know why though? Money follows attention.
Well, yes.
No, I'm gonna tell you. So when all of the attention was on, because everything goes in time frames, I guess you could say. Miami bass had their time.
Mm-hmm.
Down south screw had their time. The West Coast gangster rap had their time. Atlanta had their time. So what
Although
happens is-
Atlanta's having their time for a long fucking time.
so-
the Atlanta run, maybe the longest hip hop run I've seen yet.
yeah. So what
Sorry.
happens is
I
when
don't know because New York was on the room, but go ahead.
They were.
no, they were, but they were
But
more
just
like
Atlanta's been doing it for so fucking long now. They've been doing it since
New
2001, 2000, 99.
But New York.
They were early
80s.
90s though. They
True.
were
I'd
early
say
90s
80s.
Yeah, but
before
they-
the Chronic
yeah.
and from 80s to like early 90s.
But then they
before
stopped. It was
the
like an
gangster
8-year
rap.
run. Right now, Atlanta's like on a 22-year run now.
But New York is still, because look at radio,
True.
their impact.
But they
is
took
still
they took a
heavy.
break. How many people
Yeah,
said New
definitely. I
York?
mean, it's definitely Atlanta.
It's
right
awkward
now.
to say that Atlanta has like the longest
Yeah.
hip hop run.
But also Atlanta. So two things. So when I say money follows attention, means like this: the cameras are turned. So whether it's MTV, BET, whatever the station or the radio station, whatever it is, they find one person with talent that took off. Let's say down south, okay. Obviously, you had the ESGs, you had the Lil Flip, whatever. But as they take off, the cameras are saying, who else is in that city? Who else is popping? Who's this guy that was featured? Blah blah blah. So that's how you got the Paul Wall, the Mike Jones, the Slim Thug, because they were doing their local
Chameleon
thing, right? And also Atlanta, and something we were talking about off camera is when you look at a city like Atlanta, that how can they have stayed on top for so long? There's more NFL money and there's more dope money. There's basically
NBA
more
money.
NBA,
Baseball.
professional
Baseball
sports
money.
money of people that are saying, "Yo, I'm gonna invest in my cousin,"
And college money.
or whatever it is. That they're basically funding it, just like the Hispanic corrido that are doing these narco music type of tracks.
Yep.
It's all dope money being I say it like that, funneled or funding the label to keep them pushing. You see what I'm saying? And that's why Houston, a lot of them dudes that rap in Houston were really in the street hustling.
Yeah.
Were really doing things. Even dudes here in Austin that we all know were really hustling. And of course they, got
Look
whatever.
at Jay Prince. The Princes, they really out in them streets. You got to check in with them cats. They going to pull up on you.
Yeah, look how they did Tekashi here in Austin. As a matter of fact, remember when there were 30 dudes on stage? That's why Tekashi did not perform because Jazz, whatever name was, or Junior, they were all on the stage waiting for Tekashi. The club couldn't even control them. The club security moved out the way.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let it happen.
through.
Yeah, just like, yo, just do your thing. Let them go. Keep the peace.
Yep.
That's business.
And Tekashi, oh man, they couldn't. And Tekashi said this. That he did an interview and he said they could not. What is it? Not confirm. They couldn't commit to my safety. They couldn't guarantee my safety. That's why I didn't show up. And it was Austin, Texas, dog.
I remember
And
that.
them fools from
Nah.
Rap-A-Lot showed up and
Y'all already
boss
know.
off the stage.
There you go, bullshit.
Yeah, they don't play.
So what do we do? Like we don't have the sports team.
We
you
can't
know
make
what I'm
that the
saying?
excuse.
So what do we go to these real estate agents, to these Silicon Valley Austinite type people for the money who
break
want
it
to
down
be
just how I
cool?
told
Or
you break it down just how I told you. The technician is the rapper, okay? The MC, or let's just say Juju, Lil Juju, whoever, right? Lil Juju is a technician. They are the rapper. who's the manager, okay? If you don't have a strong manager, it's going to take you a much longer time to get popping. And then the third one is who's the entrepreneur, who's the marketer, who's the one that's really building your brand.
But that starts probably with the manager even too, because finding another person to do that, nowadays you gotta have somebody that kind of builds all in one, because the A&R is dead.
So it gets interesting,
Too.
Yeah, do the two. Really market your shit, because that's what the agents really or managers really doing. It's no different than an NFL player or an NBA player. How are you going to get to those teams?
The cheap people to do them, to create the artwork and run the ad campaigns. I mean, there's a lot of people like Dominican J and Ty who do things, those services.
People that can freelance for you that can do it.
But they might be working on like 5 people at once or 10 people at once. Yeah. But it's kind of the same game plan of what to do. Now, you don't give everybody the same connect on the same whatever, because it depends on the genre, what level they're currently at or whatever. But you have to have a team of at least 2 people, one that can manage, and because one might be able to be really, really good at managing, but he doesn't know or she doesn't know how to get you the gigs, doesn't know how to get X.
But that's what the manager should be doing, though, is get you the gigs. If the manager's not getting you a gig, you like, what the fuck are you doing then? Or if you're not giving me any spots.
So then, so that's the problem. So that's when you have the technician being the manager and the entrepreneur.
Exactly.
So then you become a solopreneur. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm running a business and I play, if I got to cook the fajitas, if I got to serve out the window, if it's a food truck, and I got to do the Facebook ads, and I got to do blah, 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 20 different things, my biz ain't going to grow like it should. Same thing with your music biz, your rap biz, your country, whatever it is. Even if it's get people that believe in you and train them, or find a way to get them trained to be able to get you to the next level. That's why Austin hasn't taken off. Now, Houston, we were talking about earlier, Houston took off because I don't say coined the term, but it dominated a phrase or a term or a style of music that nowhere else in the country was doing it. Okay. Sure. Houston dominated that. So everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Oh,
I think they squandered that run. The run went so short. That was a short ass.
It was
run.
Well, it depends.
It was 2002, 3.
Back when Bar Baby,
to like 05, yeah, because you still had the, I was at the club
when they went mainstream, when they went mainstream, not because the underground since the 90s, obviously, but
yeah, all right, on to the next topic, because I want to cover this for like 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go on to some Trump shit and give you some time for that. All right, are you a single dad, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I see you post a lot of stuff with doing.
Where they at though?
Yeah, you go. Yeah. I see you posting stuff a lot about just dating in Austin and whatnot. So as a single father, yeah. Hey man, I'm throwing you an alley-oop. As a single father, give it like 2-3 minutes. Talk about just dating in the Austin climate now. Okay. From a single father's point of view.
Okay. The game is upside down. I'll put it like this. Let me tell you why. And technology has messed it up also. Let me tell you, okay.
All the way.
So here's one of the things. So first of all, you got a bunch of dudes that listen to, whether it was Kevin Samuel or was it Tate guy, the new guy?
Andrew Tate. Yeah, he's in some hot water now, I heard. I don't know exactly what, but anyway.
So you got all these dudes that listen to Andrew Tate, or they were listening to Kevin Samuel. Don't get me wrong. A lot of what
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, whoever. That it makes sense, right? But they are them, okay? The dude is who he is, but now he's like, oh, I got to be an alpha male. Oh, I just got to smash all these chicks and just never call them again. I got to be the toxic boy, or like I say, city boys up and all whatever, right?
Hot boy summer,
blah, blah, blah. So you got all these dudes that were never like that are now trying to be a different version of themselves. Okay.
Trying to wild out now.
Yeah, they're trying to wild out, and they thinking, "Oh, I'm on top because Kevin Samuel said that I need a blah blah blah." Okay,
a high value man.
Yeah, high value male, exactly, and they might be making $15 an hour at wherever. Okay,
no high value going on at all, but continue.
So now and then simultaneously, check this out. Simultaneously, what's happening is you've got girls on, let's say, Instagram, right? Could be a regular old chick, got 2 kids. She was divorced, she was married, whatever. Okay, not saying she's ugly, not saying she's fine, whatever. She could have her page on public, and she's a cute girl. Let's just say she's a cute girl.
Let's just say she's smashable.
Yeah, however you
just from the normal dudes, there you go.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, some dudes will smash anything.
No, I know, that's why I say it's just a smashable, because there's got to be limits to every dude.
Well, let's just say she's cute.
Yeah.
Like to
every guy, she should be smashable.
Like that. So what happens is you got these dudes that now are, because there's levels, okay? There's girls that are 5s, and just like guys, there's 5s, there's 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s.
Exactly.
Okay?
There's birds, and then there's
There's eagles, and then there's crows. I guess you
that's
could
what
say
we have to
pigeons.
say. Eagles
and
crows.
pigeons. So what happens is you got some guys that they're gassing them up because they're like, well, I can't holler at Kim Kardashian. I can't holler at so-and-so. I can't holler at so-and-so. So you know what I'm going to do?
Shoot for this 5.
I'm just going to shoot for this 5. So what happens is because now she's easier, okay? The gap is much less of a gap to actually holler at or smash that chick, right? So what happens is you got the local Dion dude, then you got the David dude. You got David, you got Dion, you got Joe, you got Joshua. Now you have all these dudes gassing her up, right?
Oh, so yeah, all at once.
All at once.
Now she's the thing. She dropped up to an 8.
Or she could get on Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, and you got to remember there's hundreds of guys, and they're like this. We see the videos on WorldStar or whatever, right? They just swipe. Was it right swipe? They just right swiping on it. They're not even looking, dog. They're like this, looking at the basketball game.
Had 4 trannies.
They got 4 trannies. They're swiping on their coworkers. They don't even know, right? They just swipe. So what happens is, so now these girls that are 5, 6s, or 7s, they start getting gassed up because they say, wait a second, I got all these dudes trying to holler at me. So what do they start going for? They start going for the cream of the crop. Mm-hmm. So when they go for the cream of the crop, there's dudes that got a lot of money that'll smash anything because they just want to be actively smashing, right?
Yeah, got some weird kinks or something.
Yeah, whatever it is, right? So what happens is, so now you got a girl that might be a 5 or a 6, and now she's excited that this baller, local baller dude making $100,000 trying to holler at her, and he drives a CLS 550 or whatever. So now what the fuck does she think? She thinks, oh, I'm the shit now. So she'll go and get the boobs or the BBL, or the dude might have paid for it.
BBL.
Whatever it could be, right? So now it's all messed up because you got the guys changing up who they are. You got the girls changing up who they are. And we're just a commodity, especially with online dating, dog. Females are a commodity, and so are guys, because females will be talking to 27 different guys on Hinge or Bumble or Tinder, whatever it is. And one dude treats them shitty or whatever, she goes to the next. And the guys be doing the same thing. So dating, answering your question, the game is so messed up. And now with the economy being so bad, girls are saying they're already expecting to pay half the bill because they know the dude ain't got no money. Remember, a guy is talking to maybe 5 or 10 different girls online. If he's lucky, he's actually taking 3, 4, 5 of them actually out.
Oh, yeah.
Do the math of when you're taking her to, it could be somewhere like Applebee, wherever it could be, it doesn't matter. When you're looking at,
add up.
Let's just say if it's $40 a date, let's just say a cheap date, $40, right? Times 10 girls.
Oh.
In 2 weeks, that's $800 a month. And then imagine when you get to the next level with her. So now you're working all these different girls. You're lying to all of them.
Allegedly.
But you see what I'm saying? How the game gets messed up because now you don't have as much money. So now you got the guys that say, I just got to try to smash as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the girls complain they got ghosted and this and that. Because remember, women fall in love with their ears. Men fall in love with their eyes.
Yep.
Once you get the head, the tail will always follow.
Yep, and then they also fall in love with their emotions too.
City boys up.
I'm gonna end it with this. It's like there's a reason why the girls get in free at the club and the guys pay.
Yep, and the thing is now with every guy wanting to be a city boy or have that mentality, they're just in and out. Like Pac said, I'm in and out just like a robbery.
Yep, in and out like a robbery.
What do you think is like the future of freaking dating? Because me myself,
everybody just smashing everybody.
Yeah, what is it called? Polyamory.
But girls don't. At the end of the day, they want a family, no matter what they want. They do.
But you know what happens?
They want that stability though. Of money.
The
they
security,
gotta have the money.
The stability.
Can't just be no working at Randall's.
But most of these girls are dating these guys who working at Randall's.
But then how long does it last?
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't last. That's
you get you a Matthew McConaughey, and if he's good with you, you staying.
You're not. Most likely, the girl's not going to find a guy who's making $100,000, even $80,000. They're lucky to find somebody making $50,000. Because that's just the odds. You know what I'm saying?
The only girl that ever broke my heart. I was probably 21 years old. You know what she told me? Bad chick. That's one of the finest ones ever smashed. You know what she told me though? When we kind of quit talking, she curved me after like 2 or 3 months. She said, "You were just my lonely times, man."
Oh
damn.
man.
So that goes to say,
but you gotta flip it like, well, you know, the
But I
lonely
smash
times was
him.
good, yeah.
Yeah,
But these
but
feeling
here's the
hurts.
thing, though.
It hurts.
Was you spending a
But
lot of
here's the
bread
thing.
though?
No, we were young. You know,
Oh,
that's
okay.
2021.
Oh, okay,
but here's
okay.
the
Oh,
thing,
W.
though. What's that?
W.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was a
W.
win. I mean, I
when
got
you look back on
pictures
it,
and
yeah,
whatever,
it's a
right?
W.
But here's the thing, though. It's just like there's Mr. Right and Mr. Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So I was a Mr. Right now, so I'm not tripping because guys, women and men do that to each other. We do it to each other and say the sneaky link or where's my link, and you know you're kicking it with them until put it like this: a girlfriend is only someone that you're hanging out with till somebody better comes along.
Yep.
Same thing as a boyfriend.
Jesus Christ.
And that
True
still,
or false, though?
That still applies to
It's
a wife
true, but
and
God
a husband.
damn.
That's still true to a wife and a husband, especially nowadays, because the divorce
Yep.
rate is at a all-time high.
Yep.
Anyway, all right, we can talk about that shit all day.
That's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna
man.
give you the floor on some things. I'll let him.
Me
lead
and my
off.
big mouth, Tupac voice.
Let's talk about Trump.
I saw
And
you
his-
going in.
His recent raid. I mean,
Oh,
what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
think just about? Because I guess the
irony.
discussion now is, was it, the Republicans trying to push, was it necessary, basically? You know what I'm saying? To raid his house, to do a big spectacle.
And isn't
Was
it ironic?
So, by what I got out of it was this, okay? He took a bunch of boxes and documents, classified, unclassified, whatever, okay? So let me tell you the first thing about Trump, okay? This is what I learned about politics, regardless of who's in office, right? And I'll say this kind of quickly, and I've had this conversation with many people. If I am let's say a business owner, I'm in my 50s, I employ 40 people. It doesn't matter whether I'm black, white, Hispanic, none of that matters, okay? But let's just say I'm a business owner, I employ 20, 30 people, I'm always worried about taxes and blah, 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 blah. Trump was the guy to pick for tax breaks and for business and all that. He really was, okay? My mother's a bookkeeper / accountant.
No, he was. I'll give you that.
So he was the guy that somebody who cares about that.
The business aspect.
Whether you think he's a crook or not, they're like, he is the guy because he's going to help me with my business, okay? Now, if you're, let's say, you're 19 years old, you're trans, you're very liberal, you're whatever, right? To you, you might not have said the things that Trump said. You could be black, white, Asian, what doesn't matter. But at that point in your life of being 19 or 20 or whatever, whether, you might be gay, you might, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Joe Biden and what he was saying was more beneficial for you.
No,
right?
yeah. That's politics 101.
Exactly, right? So when you only have two choices, you have to realistically say which candidate resonates more for my needs, okay? That's why Joe Biden will never have 100% of America behind him, or Trump, or Reagan, or whoever it is. No candidate will ever have 100% support.
That's why there's two parties, which there should be three, but
Yeah, exactly. So that's my first take on it, okay? I've never voted in my life, okay? Because here's the thing, I cannot personally put my whole, here's my life, let me give you the full cosign, because what happens when they fuck up? And like right now that Trump has been effing up, what do the hardcore Trump people do? They make excuses. Oh, well. And there's always an excuse. It's like, we'll put it like this. When you're in an abusive relationship, right? Husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Let's just say you live in Westlake, you're driving a Benz, you're living in a $2 million house, but your husband beats your goddamn ass every day.
you paying for that $2 million.
You're paying for it, okay? You know you're getting what you want, but you're also making excuses for your husband every time he hits you, or, well, yeah, but I kind of started it because blah, blah, blah. You're making excuses.
You get almost a little bit of Stockholm syndrome in a sense.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with
But
a
with
lot
money.
of Trump folk. The dude literally took a bunch of documents. I mean, there were boxes with, you saw the receipt, right, of what they took?
Yeah, I saw it.
Classified, whatever, top secret, blah, blah, blah. So he took these things, okay? Apparently, he's been, quote unquote, negotiating with the White House for a while because he did get things back, okay? And apparently, they just, assuming it's true, they just posted, I think yesterday or the day before, that months ago, his attorney signed a document basically saying everything has already been returned.
But it hasn't.
It hasn't, okay? So now you have the Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm sure Matt Gaetz, I'm sure Rubio and all these other dudes. What they're doing, Ted Cruz, probably another one, you've got all these people that are finding excuses. These motherfuckers talking about defund the FBI because they executed a legal search warrant. for classified documentation or classified documents. And then what are they saying now? Oh, they were planted. They planted these documents, and I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. It's like a domain. It's like
I see it
bad
like
relationship.
it's like a religion now.
It is.
And
It's like a cult.
I would say
It's a cult.
it's beyond religion now. It's a cult, like you
cult.
said. Because at least religion, there's
Yep.
And they're supposed to be the Republicans, the party of law, you know, and like if this guy's breaking the law, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta hold him accountable. And they're talking about,
but they never will, because that's their boy. Okay, imagine this. Okay, imagine. Let's say you work at
Teflon, though.
Let's say you work at Target, right? Let's say you work at Target, and you refer somebody, and that's like your dog. That's your boy, right? He took care of you, and you refer him, right?
Oh, Trump got dirt on a lot of people.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
it.
So
Teflon Don, damn near.
So this person is fucking up at work. You don't want to be responsible for having them fucking up. So you're like making excuses for them, right? So that's what's going on with these Trump people. They realize, deny the truth, change the attention, put the attention on something else, or admit to it, but say, yeah, but here's why. Yeah, they took these documents, but Barack Obama has 30 million pages of blah, 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 blah. That's in the National Archives.
Hunter Biden's son's a crackhead or whatever the case may be.
Well, what about Hunter Biden's laptop? Bro, you were in office for 4 years.
Although Biden's not making he ain't doing shit.
He's actually, just the correction, they've had like, you know, a great 2 weeks. He's passing
that's a damn shame.
Bills.
A great 2 weeks.
Homeboy had 4 years
how
to
many
put.
months?
Hey, homeboy had 4
you.
years to put Hillary Clinton in prison for those 33,000 emails. Why didn't that happen?
Well, I think Hillary may have some dirt on him, so he just kind of cut it.
Exactly. Yeah.
People figure out dirt, and then they like, hey, you do that? I do it.
Where do we like freaking go from here? Because I mean, it's just getting so crazy just with the Republicans. Like, there's, you know what I mean? Dog. Like, how do you
they make up
go
their own
back?
reality.
Is it, you know, Trump got to get out of there for them to, you know, regroup? Or?
They're too vested into Trump.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little.
They're too vested because they look stupid.
It's gonna take somebody else. Like, I don't know. Crazy thing is, I can see they saying The Rock's gonna run for president, and like what? Not this one, but the next one.
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, who knows?
I can see more and more. It's got to be somebody that can. I don't know. That's a good question because it's like so far gone right now.
I know. I mean, you can't even.
It's like, religion now,
when you
bro.
Bring up the topic, if you know you're on the right side or left side, you can break into an argument. You know
a fight. A fight's
you
going to happen.
know the
people
person.
Killing themselves for this dude. You saw the dude just committed suicide. Then the other guy that shot the FBI thing with the nail gun, and then it became a shootout or whatever.
It's crazy, man.
Killing themselves for Donald Trump when Donald Trump don't care.
Don't give a fuck. No, and then like I said, I was telling somebody, he kind of, you know, finessed the system to where he got as many of those. I think there was a certain amount that he knew for the stimulus checks. I will give Biden this credit. I think he used so many of those that all of them. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck Biden over. I'm gonna get these cats to get the black community out, these rappers out of prison, and some of these other people, these known drug dealers. And then as soon as I get now, so I can see, but still, I think Biden.
He got Kodak.
I just think I expected more from Kamala. I don't know. I just feel like Kamala.
I expected a lot. Yeah. Kamala's. I mean,
I expected Joe. Joe's basically. I mean, some of the time he seems incoherent. Like, I don't know how the hell falling off bikes and shit. But
she's waiting her turn though, because she knows he ain't gonna last long.
I don't know, because she's being super weak, and when she really could have kicked the gate open and really done, even if she couldn't get, you know, certain things passed, just her voice alone, you know what I mean? Like, she's the VP. You got so much power. Like, to me, she just ain't holding that crown.
She might be on standby though.
She got 2 years, so hopefully she start turning it up, especially with the justice, you know. I do a lot in criminal justice reform. Now, I thought she was going to tackle that.
Yeah, I thought the weed was going to be legal a lot more, but look at me trying to just be.
But that's another thing.
But they got to keep in mind, they got to have talking points when the election gets closer.
I already know.
So right now they're talking about weed. Everyone's like, yeah, but when it comes down to it, in a year and a half, 2 years, whatever it is, when those real votes that count. Those are the type of cards they pull. Pull the weed. Yeah, pull the legalized weed.
They're holding their joker in the pocket.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
I can see them holding on to that for the next election.
Can we just imagine the most? I think this might be the most drastic presidential just shift in history when you go from Obama to where, I understand he was the first black president. He understood that he couldn't do everything that he needed to do. He just needed to set a standard, and he did great. no controversy, and then just a complete 180.
Oh, they were still hating, dude. Go look. I think
There was hate. I get it.
Fox News was dogging Obama because he wore a brown suit.
No, I
What is
did
he
it.
thinking?
No, it was that.
The tan
But it
suit,
was,
I'm
but it
like,
was. But think about it.
Stupid shit.
Nitpicky. It was just
That's
you.
what I'm
You just
saying.
could laugh at Trump. You could laugh at because he's. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He is entertaining. Let's just be
know.
real. It's fucked up, but
But
he's
he's dangerous. Shit,
Dangerous.
Past entertaining now.
But here's the
Man,
thing.
it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous now. At first, he was a little entertaining. 'Cause
Yeah.
just looking at his face, I can't take him serious, so he just makes me laugh. I think that's the biggest.
And I know one of my friends told me.
Everything's the biggest, grandest, best, no matter what. It's hilarious.
He never tells you which friend is the one that told him. He's like, one of my friends
Oh yeah, he ain't gonna do
told
that.
me.
Somebody
Very
figured out his dirt.
successful guy.
He got some dirt, dog. I know he got some.
But
fucking
let me ask
dirt.
you this: what do y'all think? Okay, obviously right now you have the hardcore Republicans are backing Trump, and they planted it, and how do we know that? Blah blah blah. Whatever. Imagine this, and I said this the other day online. Actually, imagine if it was Obama that they raided his house.
That would be a whole different swing. Oh yeah, get that dude, get him. I knew he was corrupt.
He blah blah. And
Yeah,
they
I
were-
mean, if he took those many boxes to,
Or even
wherever
one,
it's-
even if it was one
they'll be
box,
trying to
one
hang
document.
him.
Not even a
They'll be
piece
trying
of
to
paper.
hang him.
They
The-
crucify
Dude,
him.
the paper clip.
They would crucify.
Yeah, he took the
dude.
paper clip holding the papers. We need to figure this out.
They would crucify
That's
Obama.
that's the
I miss
crazy
Obama,
part
man.
of it, man.
I miss Obama, dog.
It's just
That was a good 8 years, man.
It was interesting. Yeah,
That
it
was I took that for granted.
We
man.
saw a dude with character, a dude with charisma, a guy that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like a leader. He talked like a leader. Wasn't just people afraid. Like,
It was
I ain't gonna lie.
inspiring.
you never,
you
4 o'clock in the morning, he wasn't tweeting
Yeah.
about bullshit.
I ain't gonna lie. This makes me miss fucking Bush.
That's what I said after Trump.
Bush got the worst rap compared to Bush. Like, how did Bush get this terror? Like, he needs a little bit more. Like, okay,
'cause of the
you know what?
war is the only thing.
He got dealt a shitty hand. I'm not trying to say I'm a Bush fan. But that
Well,
was a bad
Bush also went in.
He
on-
had that and Katrina. Talk about a shit show. Poor guy.
Yeah,
You can't get no worse than that.
but here's the thing though. Some of the things they bring upon themselves, like when they invaded Iraq,
Yep.
he had no reason to.
I get
He
it.
did just to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
he
money.
got crazy. blood on
But
his
still at
hands.
the same time though, whenever people bomb your shit.
Yeah, but they just could have went. They knew it was Bin Laden and them. They could have went, and Bin Laden was in Afghanistan.
Nah,
Yeah,
shouts out. Well,
He was
yeah.
even in
he
Iraq.
went to Iraq because they
Oh,
wanted.
he played my games with Bush.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, in a sense of what Trump's did, he did some boneheaded stuff. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
But what Trump's done, he incited
Oh,
riots.
yeah.
When did Bush? He did a good 9/11 speech. He did all this stuff. So,
that's
but
a
anyway,
legacy.
I'm not a Bush fan, so I'm just saying. I just think he got a worse rap than
Compared
what
to
it was.
Trump, I mean,
Trump is still an interesting person, regardless. And I will say this: I think all of us need to admire Trump for one thing. Number one, he don't give a fuck what anybody says about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people say, "Oh, well, I like him because he speaks his mind." I don't care about that. I'm talking about the whole country can be, or half the country can be against you. He has this case, this case, this case. The was it the Georgia election voter fraud case,
Yeah.
the New York deposition of inflating values
Yep.
of his properties, and then you've got the insurrection shit, and now you've got the classified. I mean, this is all serious shit. Your average person,
time.
this is like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Trump
expensive for his lawyers.
expensive, but he stands tall and he's still talking shit. He's
But see,
gangster. He don't care.
This is a weird comparison just because I do listen to, I do follow wrestling, but him and Vince McMahon seem like the same exact guy. Because Vince McMahon has the same 12, whatever. He's got more and more money that he's doing with the hush shit, and that they have the same. He don't give a fuck. He'll go out on national TV and be like, yeah, this is me. I fucked them bitches. Fuck you. It's the same thing. And people cheered him.
I know.
So it just goes hand in hand. So
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's crazy,
Damn
and that's
Trump.
that's the only thing I really admire about Trump is he stays true to himself. And regardless of what people say, he's a narcissist. He is. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a narcissist. He's a sociopath. Blah blah blah. True, but he's still he's like the Kanye of politics.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is why they get along in a sense. I can.
Yeah.
It's weird. Are we missing anything?
Beto, is he gonna knock old Wills up out of there?
Beto, I don't
Yeah.
keep up with him, to be honest with you. I mean, not saying that I don't.
He's
like
running
him.
for governor.
No, I know, but I don't really keep up with his campaign or what.
Oh,
he's
you
pushing.
haven't?
It's a lot to keep
He's
up
working
with
his
world
ass
and
off.
state.
If you just follow him on Instagram,
Or
he's working
country.
his ass off.
Yeah.
He's going to every town. He's packing out, the wherever he's at, I mean, he's kicking ass.
I think if he can, I think it's a big thing that he will do it.
Yeah.
When, I'm gonna say when, because then he's speaking to existence.
Yeah.
When he does it, that's gonna be a complete change for the state of Texas and a historical moment that I don't think a lot of people are realizing, because it's already like damn near like what is it, red or blue? Which one is which? Which one is which? Which one's blue?
Republicans are red, Democrats blue.
Yeah, so it's like damn near light blue, damn near right now. It seems like for Texas, right? Or
I mean, it's still red, but
it's like faintly.
Yeah, it's fading.
It's like usually
now.
used to be just red.
It's purple now.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember that the major cities are more blue. It's really because you have to remember Texas is such a big
Dallas
state.
is going to be blue.
Yeah, but once you start looking like liberal Austin,
Houston, and then those small states add up. Those
all
small
the little
cities.
it adds up, and that's where you really get the red when you're driving through Giddings or driving through LaGrange, and you see Trump 2024, and dude hasn't even officially announced it.
Exactly.
And you see all that on the side of the
road.
road.
Still got Trump 2024, Danny. Yeah.
And he hasn't even officially announced, but
you know he's gonna try again.
Well,
which is scary
here's
as
the thing,
fuck.
though. Trump is also finesse, dude. They said, and they put it up on the screens on all these news networks because people are part of. They sign up to be on Trump's newsletter, right? This fool got raided, and the first thing they do, I think they said within hours, they sent a fundraising campaign.
Yep.
Send money. They just raided my home.
Dude, he got the most powerful fans in the world, bro.
He
right
making
behind
bread off
BTS.
that.
And
Maybe
these
bigger
people
than
sending
BTS.
him money because he got raided, dog. What do you need? A GoFundMe for the door
Bro,
they
he
kicked
got
in? They ain't
money.
been kicking the door. What do you need the money for?
Get the fuck out.
It's crazy, dog.
I bet that shit was like so like just like less as dramatized as it really is. It's like, hey, we need to look at your thing. Call Trump, hey, blah, blah, whatever. The dude's in there. Trump's probably just, I don't know. I bet it was like less dramatic as it really was. But
he was
still
in New
crazy.
York. He was in New York when it happened because they wanted to make sure he wasn't there.
He probably getting his rocks
That's why they
off.
waited for him to be in New York because if you look at the documents, it was confirmed on one day, but it had to happen by another day.
Yeah.
So when he went to, I think he was in New York actually when it happened, they waited for this fool to go to New York so they could obviously go do their thing. But also they said there was an informant within his inner circle that told him exactly where to go to. Think about it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because Mar-a-Lago's huge.
It's a huge place.
50-something rooms or something they were saying. Like crazy.
And I'm sure somebody was there. They took a picture so they could verify, yes, these things are physically here. And then they bounced.
I bet it was a bitch, too.
Could have been. I mean, who knows? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
It was a bitch. He fucked a bitch and she got
they
him.
throw him some bread, they'll easily turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but it's
Dudes
more than
too,
likely
dudes
a chick.
or chicks.
Yeah, of course.
A chick's the easiest way to do it. Hey, Mr. Trump, she's
Hot blonde chick that he likes.
Yeah, he goes into the bathroom to do whatever, and then
Yeah.
there it goes. Damn.
It's crazy shit, but I mean, it is what it is with that. We all got to just watch it play out and see. It's going to be a new surprise every day. Come Monday, it's going to be a new surprise, dude. Every day.
Monday,
Yeah.
during the week and in the weekend, but especially Monday, it's going to be more and more. CNN about to go crazy with this in a good way.
It's crazy shit, man. But what else y'all got?
I think that's about it, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man. It's always good talking to you. Always good insight. Shedding some game on the Austin scene. Let them know what it is, man.
Build a team. That's my advice for all artists in Austin, Texas.
Build a team.
Build a team, and if you've got people, and you know what, me and Smack, you said Smackola, we used to talk about this all the time. The problem with all these Austin rappers, they got all these fools around them, right? But when it's time to put in work, nobody wants. They only want to be shining when you go to the club, and they want to be on stage, grabbing their nuts right beside you. They want to smash hoes with you. But the thing is, when it's actually time to physically go, back in those days, hand out flyers, street team, they don't want to do that because you don't look like a star when you're doing that.
Yep.
But that's part of the process. So the only advice I'd give to any artist now in Austin, Texas is find you a manager and find you a marketer. Mm-hmm. They're realistically two different things, but sometimes it's the same person. There's somebody, I'd say it right now because I don't give a fuck. Nubia Iman. You know who she is?
Yeah,
Of course.
You know how she took off in Austin? I was the one running her Facebook and her Twitter.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all real quick. So Kareem and Salih and Tomar, Carnival Beats, I've been knowing them for a long time, okay? Long story short, obviously I did my thing in the city. People knew me for what I did. So one day Kareem, which is the oldest brother, he hollered at me.
Ain't that her dad?
Her dad, yeah,
Yeah.
Kareem,
Yeah,
that's her
yeah.
dad.
I was like, damn, it's her brother. I didn't even know. That's
No, because it was Kareem. I don't remember who's on.
There's a lot of them. There's
Yeah.
Well, it's Kareem, Ashak, Tomar, and Saul-E.
We got a big family.
Saul-E was really more the real keyboard dude,
Yeah,
okay? Tomar and Ashak were really the business dudes, okay? Kareem, he was like the OG, but he wasn't really as knowledgeable with business. He told me how they fucked off millions of dollars, bro. They fumbled millions of dollars because you know who the lawyer was? The homeboy.
Damn.
He told me this directly. He lives in Huddle. I think he still lives in
Carnival
Huddle.
Beats, man.
So anyway, long story short was when Nubia, she was living in San Antonio with her mom. God rest her soul, by the way, because her mother passed away. Breast cancer, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was breast cancer. So what happened was Kareem reached out to me. Hey man, you shoot videos and you do yeah, what's up? So if you look at Round and Round, Dancing Machine, Still Involved, and I think there was one more that we actually did at a skate park. That was the very first one.
I think I remember that.
She was like 15, 16 years old. Those 4 videos, I shot them.
Damn.
You can find them on YouTube.
Wow.
Okay. So anyway, and I'll even show you pictures or whatever from the video. I don't give a fuck because I got all the footage. So anyway, what I'm saying was they needed somebody, and like I just talked about, someone that understands how to market. So I said, cool. They put me on a monthly retainer. Basically, you do the Twitter, you do the Facebook. Then we started doing the shows. We did one, Pretty Girls at Rock. Arash, shout out to Arash back when he was running, I think it was called, was it Vice? No, not Vice. What's it called? The big one, Acromones. I forget what it was called at the time, though. They've changed the name so many damn times. We did a show, Pretty Girls at Rock. KB, the Bubonic, Stacy Russell, Latasha Lee. It was a bunch of these cats, right?
Don't know all them names I remember.
Yeah, it was a bunch of these females, and they're all good. So we did the Pretty Girls at Rock. Got it hooked up with, the Komen Foundation for. So all these things I did because, once again, they're paying me. So it's my job. I wasn't the manager, though. The dad wasn't. Kareem was the manager. I was the entrepreneur / marketer building her name out there because remember, I already did it for myself some years prior with all the shit that I did on the internet. And a lot of these cats here in Austin don't know, I was the first dude in Austin that hit multi-million views on YouTube. Ask the Will Hustle. Ask Noah. Ask
we
KJ
talked about
Hines.
that on the first.
Ask Smackola. Ask Jay Capone. They know I had the most views in Austin at the time for what I was doing. So when Nubia came around, I started transferring that over to her because I knew how to finesse the internet. Okay, so we were doing it, and then obviously it came to a thing of money or we don't have enough money, but whatever.
No.
I won't get into the details.
It happens.
Yeah, I won't get into the details.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens. People can't pay. And I'm like, boy, I ain't working for free, fool.
Yeah.
So that was that. So, but either way, she's a super talented girl. But she was in the wrong hands of management because the dad wasn't really a manager. He was just the dadager. I guess.
You're not going to get a lot of nose dads out there that knows how to hand them off.
Yeah,
to the right
and
person.
just because you were in the music business doesn't mean you can take this one take off.
Yeah.
The whole reason... okay, but let me ask you like this, and this is just real talk, just to end it, I guess you could say. If your uncle is a platinum-selling producer, stop and think about something. If your uncle is a platinum-selling producer, how come you ain't taking off?
Oh, yeah.
You know why?
Management. There's a lot to do with management to me and marketing, but...
It's family. Why is he going to blow up the niece when he has to focus on the girlfriend?
But that's dumb.
Latasha.
I get
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'll just leave it like that.
You just gotta look at who has the most potential. But
Nubia,
But
yeah,
Latasha she has momentum too. I mean,
does,
Nubia was a little princess, and she could have really went.
You gotta go with the
crazy.
youngest, unfortunately.
Well, here's the thing. But you have to remember. But if this is your girl, now I don't know if I honestly don't know if Saul-E and Latasha. That I don't know because I haven't talked to them in 2 years.
I think they might be married.
Well, maybe yeah, because I think they have the black ties or something.
Yeah.
They had ended up with Latasha and the black tie, whatever it was, right? But what I'm saying is, if this is your girl, you can't take your attention off the girl to focus on the niece.
Yeah.
Now, unless you say, "Babe, we can make money," you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, that's
it's
what
a
you gotta
mutual
do.
thing.
it was a conflict of interest.
I get
I'll
it.
just leave it like that. But no, Nubia, I mean, she always kept it 100. I went to Miami, as a matter of fact.
Oh, we done business with Nubia. She's really
She
real
cool.
good. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
rock with
And
Nubia.
it was things that happened beyond her control that it was the falling out. I never had an issue with Nubia. Dog, I went to Miami and I called Kareem. I was like, yo, I'll shoot, and I did it out of love, dog. I said, I'll shoot a music. I think it's Round and Round. Go look it up on YouTube. I said, I'm in Miami for a week. If you want me to shoot a video for Nubia, it's on the house. I just want to shoot one in Miami. Send her. She flew from Austin to Miami, and I forget what his name was, Keys or whatever, some dude from Rob Key or whatever his name was, some dude from New York, I guess was her uncle or some shit. He flew out, and all three of us were just shooting the video in Miami. It's on YouTube right now. Well, it's been on YouTube for like 10 years.
No, yeah.
But either way, what I'm saying is, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's little things like that, and no artist in Austin, Texas could say that they had a video shot in Miami, fucking Florida.
Nope.
But I mean, either way, I wish her the best. The girl, I mean, talented. She was just in the wrong hands. And that goes when I just said technician, manager, entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah, you need those.
That's all it comes down to, dog.
Hey, you heard it here first, man.
Exclusive, baby.
You heard it here first. Hey, this is Jet with Pop Austin Media. Appreciate you coming through, Hamid Yazid.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Hamid Yaz. I'm signing out. Hamid Yaz, let's get it.
Boom.